Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. So today I'm just going to be doing something simple. I'm going to be showing you how to set up vscode, AI tools, and how you can use AI with vscode for free. So let's get into it. I'm going to be showing you how you can set up Cline, how to get the API keys for Cline, both for Anthropic, for ChatGPT, also for DeepSeek. I haven't done for DeepSeek before, so today I'm going to be showing you how you can do that. I'm going to test it out today for DeepSeek. So let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do is open your VS Code. Once you download your VS Code and get it installed, and once it is installed, the first thing you want to do is install your VS Code. You can just Google VS Code, download, and you'll get where you can download it. So it's probably the first result you're gonna see, which is code.visualstudios.com. Download. So you just pick one that suits you, your operating system, and once you download that, that's majorly what you need. We are setting up VS Code, so you have to download these, and also have depending on what your programming language is or your stack is, you might need to install Node.js, Node, Git. Also you need to install Git, so you can go to Git download. So most of you should already have this downloaded, but if the download doesn't start, you can look at all these software sites, because sometimes the download here is linked to GitHub, and sometimes GitHub usually restricts download on their servers, so sometimes download wouldn't work on their servers. So in that case, you can just look at other download sites, like some other ones. There are a lot of them, where you can download Git. Just make sure that the site is genuine, it doesn't have spamware or anything. So once you're done that and you have installed your VS Code, the first thing you want to install is go to your extension and install Cline, which is spelled Cline, Cline. What did I seem to have made some mistake there. Going on. So just type in Cline, and then probably the first one, which is this. You want to install this. The next thing you also want to enable is Copilot. So you should see a Copilot icon here. So click it to ask you for authentication to connect with your GitHub, and you can, once you connect with it, this will help you for auto complete and suggestion. So the free plan is enough for you in a month, except if you want to, or instead of paying for ChatGPT, you can just go for either Cursor or Insolve, and then those are better than ChatGPT. But this tutorial is just to show you how you can use free AI, not paid. So the next thing you want to do here is to set up Cline. Once you have installed it, come here and then we want to get API key. So click on get started for free. Sign up for an account to get started for free, or use an API that provide access to models. Like anyone, you can click any one of these. You can click get started for free, which will open, to bring you here to Cline. So you can sign up. So I'll just continue with this. You can choose to buy credit or not, but there's no need for that since you are looking into free. We'll also be using our API with it. So just authenticate for your authorize and open the VS Code again. I don't know why it's taking this long. Okay, it has opened here, so just click on open. So you can choose to allow this, but I'm just gonna deny this. So you can use Cline like this, or the other alternative is to go to settings. You can set up your API keys here. If we are using Cline here, you can choose one of these depending on if you have any of the API keys. So I'm gonna pick OpenRouter, and we're gonna let's get OpenRouter's key. We're gonna click on get OpenRouter, and you want to sign up. I already have an account here, so I'm just going to log in. I remember if I'm just going to do that in a Jiffy. Authenticate with your mail and all that. So yeah, we are signed in. Just going to bring this here and click on authorize on VS Code. I don't know why it's not opening VS Code. So that's automatically gotten a OpenRouter key. But if you want to do this manually, I'm going to show you also. You can go here and you see your API keys here. Once you come here, you can create a key and add it to it manually. So now we have this. The next thing is, I think, Google also. You can get a Google Gemini API key. You can just type it, button in, just AI studio.google. This is basically it. So you can just click on get API key and you can come here, generate the API key. You can just name it or associate it with any one of your projects on Google. I'm just gonna click on this. So if you don't have that, you might need to, create a project on Google. I'm going to copy this. I'm still going to delete this later on. So for you guys that are, we just copy and let's add that. So you can just click on done here. So in case you have any custom instruction, you can place it here. But let's just click on OK. And then the other thing you can do also, let's also add for Google. This will give you a lot of AI limit. So if you're using what's it called? If you're using OpenRouter and you hit the limit, you can just switch to Gemini. That's how I work. Most of the time I don't need to even pay for for AI or any of these things. I don't need to pay for it in any way. Don't know what's going on. Don't seem to be pasting. Select the thinking mode. Oh no, I don't know what's going on. Let me restart this. Leave it. Copy the. I'm gonna click this. Wait for it to load. And come here. Back to Google. Good. Now that we have done that, you can also, these are the thinking, this key, because I don't have any credit on my Google account, so you can use just the free models, and not the pro models. Or these pro models, they won't work. For this experimental, are free models that you can use. So you can just click on done there, and we've set up our API keys for Google. So now you have 3. You can use Cline. You can use Cline. Once you get exhausted, you can switch to OpenRouter and use it with the free models. Also, just type free. You'll see the free models. Type free. You'll see all the free models you can use it with. So of course they perform better than the more usually the ones I use are the OpenAI. I've not tried Cline. Maybe I think this is more of a general purpose AI, and but for development you can use this DeepSeek R1. But usually it doesn't work every time. You can also use Google Gemini, or this Google Gemini. But one thing I noticed is Google Gemini doesn't perform too well with TypeScript. usually develops a lot of errors. If you got stuck in the loop of TypeScript error with Google Gemini, you can always use code. So I basically get my password, on my A. I think to get, let's see how we can get the API key. How do we get the API key? Because I haven't done this before. This is not anyway. Okay, let's go with this. Let's go with it. Okay, API platform. I think this is where we need to go. Platform.deepseek.com. Sign in. Good. So this is where we are right now. Into the API. I'm thinking we might need to add credit. I'm just gonna call vscode. Create. So you can see it again here. Copy that. Don't copy down. And go back to our vscode. Paste it. And then on. So you can just click on done here, and then we are set up for DeepSeek. So you can, I'm guessing that you can use DeepSeek free version, without adding your credit. Or if you want to use the priced model, you can always come here to the pricing section. That should be the usage section, I think. Yeah, and you can top up. And just the minimum total excluding tax $2. So I think $2 is the minimum you can top up. And according to according to some videos I saw out there and some articles, DeepSeek is much more cheaper than ChatGPT, 27 times cheaper than ChatGPT. So, and of course, the DeepSeek is more smarter, so is worth the price. You can just top up $10 as a start to test it out, or even $5. They've made it so much easy for you, and top up $2, $5. I'm going to be showing you, we are going to be testing this in another tutorial. Let's test the capability of DeepSeek. So I'm going to top up and test it in another video. But for this video, I'm just going to show you how to set up, get the API keys. And then finally, let's go to open. Not yet finally. Let's get also an API key. So you go to OpenAI. So, but for OpenAI, there are no free models for OpenAI. So basically, you need to top up. You use OpenAI, and OpenAI is becoming a little bit expensive. Course unlike before, but it also depends on what you are, the model you are using. The newer models are more expensive than the older models. So here you can just create a new key, right? Get secret PD on the Oh yeah, need to click on done there, and then we need to go back here, OpenAI. Or you can, I don't know what's the difference between these OpenAI compatible. You know, I think this for the API key direct to OpenAI, not so you can paste your, then you can of course select whatever model. So I'm not sure. I think I have some credit left usage. I have some credit left, but not much. I think I'll spend $9. Get free token. Submit model. So seems they are doing some kind of where you submit your feedback for free token. You are eligible for free daily usage of chat for 0.5 preview. Oh many get free up to 2 tokens. Blah 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 blah. Enable for all projects. Evaluation data. Not sharing any evaluation. Or feedback. Enable sharing prompt completion and traces. Anyway, so for OpenAI, normally you get, if you are eligible for this, you might get free tokens. Based on what they do, based on my experience, you need to top up to use OpenAI. So we've set up OpenAI. Let's go into Cloud AI. Cloud, you have to go to Anthropic, not Cloud. You have to log in. Go into Anthropic, click on Home. Why is it being crap like? So I think we need to click on API. Console login to console.anthropic.com. Then you can log in on a continue email. Now once you're here, you go into the key section, key here to get your API key. They are not going to allow you to create an API key unless you add credit. So know that I'm not going to allow you add this to add credit, generate it. So we're going to go back once you add your credit, but for not necessary, if you don't want, it's not necessary. I'm just showing you how to get this, so now you are set up with majority of the AI that you need. So for the free ones, like I said, you can use OpenRouter. But if you don't want to do all this stress, all this stress that we went for, all this AI, and get a key, and probably you have to, load your credit on all this platform. If you want to use premium features, an alternative is just to go to OpenRouter, like we did before. We set up OpenRouter, get a key, and once you get a key, you can just add credit to this. So the beauty of OpenRouter is that once you add credit, you can use all AIs out there, with just a single key. You can see all the AIs. They are connected to all the AIs. So in your code editor here, you can select which ones you want to use. So right here, you can see all the models that are out there. You can use it with just one single key from OpenRouter. So we can also use the free ones. So let's try something. So I'm gonna create a new folder. And I'm gonna create a new folder, and let's try to, and let's open this up with just a minute, guys. Let me get in there. So now we have this opened up with Is I Trust. Now let's just ask it to do app. Gonna click on that. We're gonna use not Anthropic. We're gonna use OpenRouter. Let's use a model. Let's use Google. Let's click on this. Click on done. Then you can give it a prompt. Build app. Back. So you can optionally you can give it the stack to use. But let's just leave this and see what it does. This as a generic prompt. Okay. So you can see it's making requests to Google's Gemini model. We are getting a response. You can see created the HTML file, and is asking us to save or reject. So I'm just going to auto approve, read directory, edit files. I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to don't use. Okay, just save this. So this way, won't ask us for everything every time. You can read and you can write in the folder. They're asking me to proofread. Did I approve? Auto approve, read, and edit. I think that should do it. So it's using JavaScript. JavaScript. Now it's asking us to run a command. Wants to open the index. So basically it just wants to run this app. So I'm going to install one more because this is a fresh installation of vscode. So I'm going to install live server, so that HTML. Just going to install this. Now this is being installed. So let's just wait for it to install. It should take a few minutes. There was an error running this command because open is not, I think open is a Unix command, not Windows. So live server is installed. We can easily go back here, right click this, and open with live server. Allow. So you can see, it has done the do app. Test it out, task 1. Two. And we can delete. Just say basic. So that's how you can set up your AI. So we've just used, free credit, and I think Google provide so much token, for you on a daily basis. If you are just an average coder, you won't use up, the token limit. Let's check Gemini's free token. Let's see. Like this. Let's check this also. This is the free models, the experimentals. They are basically the free models. They support audio, image, text. Output token limits 4,000. So but basically most times I don't get to exhaust. Well, because I'm a heavy coder, I can be on my system, throughout a day 24/7. I'm a heavy coder, so most times I do use up the free tokens for Gemini, and when I do that, I switch to Google. I change my API. You can see here we are giving developers, this is crazy, tokens for free every day in Gemini API. Okay, this is not per developer, this is total of 1.5 trillion. This trillion of 1.5 trillion. This is the total that they allow per day, not by individual programmer anyway. So basically I most times I use it up, and or even if you use it up, you can always switch to Google, use the free, so you basically don't need to pay. But if you need some advance, need to build something advanced, and you can, that probably Google doesn't really Google doesn't work for you, not smart enough for you, then you can use all the priced model like Anthropic. But instead of using Anthropic, I'm going to show you a trick that I use, in the next video. I'm going to show you a trick that I use, and how my day-to-day coding, basically I don't need even to use priced model at all. And I've realized that most times when I use price model, especially even Anthropic, is way expensive and it's not worth it that much, because it seems the API, if you except you are using their latest model, and their latest model is going to be expensive. So and you are using API, you are using the general models, not a pre-trained. What I mean by pre-trained is that you're not using an agent. There's a difference between using an agent and using just the API. And that's where all these tools like Lovable shine, because they don't just use the APIs, they use an agent. So, and those agents, they pre-train those agents. So agents are probably based on all these models, probably ChatGPT or Cloud, Anthropic. But the beauty is that they pre-trained those models. They pre-trained the agent, sorry, not the model, the agent. So it's more like an agentic flow, not a model. Not that they are using the model directly. No, they use an agent setup, and that way they can train those agents, and they can use different agent architecture, such as like a master and a slave setup. So basically, that is that about that. But instead of using Anthropic API directly in Cloud, in Cline, what I do is I just use the web version. If there's something I want to fix with it, I'll just use the web to fix it, rather than use Cloud and Cline, and then get heavily built for that. I'll just use the web-based version. So that is that about that. In the next tutorial, we're going to be testing out, one of these models, probably the DeepSeek. Let's take it out for a ride with Cline and see how it's going to perform with Cline. So that is that about that. Also, I'm going to be talking about these custom instructions, how you can, generate your own instructions, not just copy an instruction out there, but you can actually generate one that is best suit for you, the one that works for you, the one that works perfectly well for you. So this is how far close you come to from prompt engineering for Cline, and that is that about that. So if you've learned one or two things about this from this video, just click on like and subscribe. I'm gonna see you in the other side. So have a wonderful day.